Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're taking a look at a Toys R Us exclusive here in Japan. This is Transformers Rise of the Beast, Scorponok and Sandspear. And I wasn't planning on picking this figure up at all. And I'm finding myself picking more of these Rise of the Beast figures up. I don't even know why. I don't really collect like Beast Wars or like Beast figures, but this one just called to me and you can see why. The deco on this guy is really, really cool. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. Up here on the top, it does say Toys R Us exclusive there. And then you have Taco Tomy Transformers down the side. You have Rise of the Beast change set. You have Scorponok and Sandspear there, and Transformers Rise of the Beast in Japanese. And just take a close look at how he looks in the packaging. I mean, that Scorponok head sculpt is so cool, and just the deco and everything. Yeah, we're gonna get into more detail here in a sec. And you do see his weapon tucked away down there, but we'll get into that in just a sec. On the side, you see more images of Scorponok. On the bottom, you have your product information. Again, more images of Scorponok. On the back is where we see our product shots of Predacon Scorponok. I mean, look at that. That silhouette is just awesome. And the scorpion transforms into the sword. Very, very Without further ado, let's crack this Scorponok open and see what he's all about. All right, here we have Scorponok and Sandspear out of the box. And before we get into their details, let's take a quick look at the accessory he does come with, which is this beautifully sculpted sword here. Done mostly in this gray plastic, but let's start at the bottom here. You get some nice texture detail on there. And I really like how asymmetrical it is. It's not the same on both sides. And you get some nice green paint over the top there. Some nice sort of scaling detail. Very nice sculpt work here. And on the edge too, on the edge of the blade, you get some nice texture going on there. So very, very nice. We'll see more in Scorpion mode, but it is just on a 5mm peg there, so he can easily hold that like so. So very nice. Huge sword for Scorponok. Very, very cool. I really like that a lot. So anyways, he does come with that. And again, we'll see more in Beast mode. Let's take a look at Sandspear. Sandspear also is beautifully sculpted. Some very nice silver paint on top. Some sort of reddish brown paint for the eyes. Some nice sculpt work on the claws as well. Just all over this guy's really nice sculpt work, both figures. And I love the fact that he's got this little sort of gun at the top, and even the gun, just really nice sculpted detail there. So very, very nice in all areas. So yeah, really cool. So anyways, we'll pause and let's get into Scorponok's details here. Now this guy is the main event here. Take a look at that head sculpt. Very cool. I really love, you get that red paint for the sort of goggles, but on the one eye on the left side, it's sort of like got some indentation, some looks like maybe some battle damage or something. And the head sculpt is just really, really cool. It's really nice. You know, it is a little bit hollow on the back there, but whatever. It's, you know, it's for this type of toy, it's fine. And then you do see the Beast Wars logo there, and you do have some really nice green paint. Love the sort of neon green paint. And again, the all over these figures, some very nice texture detail on the chest there. Some of that gunmetal gray, mostly done in the brown. Some nice detail on the waist as well. Looking at the hands, we'll see more in Scorpion mode, but there's a little bit of silver paint there. And just some very nice sculpt work going down the legs. The again, that green they use is very nice, sort of sprayed on over the top of the brown plastic. And again, just some very nice sculpt work. Now, of course, you do see the Scorpion legs hanging out in the back, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And there is some hollowness going on. But again, for the figure of this price point and size, that's to be expected. So anyways, really, really cool. So let's pause and get into Articulation. First, let's check out Sandspear's Articulation. Not a whole lot. You do have, they are ball jointed. And I forgot to show you, but underneath he's very hollow. So there are ball joints right there. And so these can go up and down, and they can go up like that. So there's a little bit of articulation in Scorpion mode, and also there is a hinge here, so you can kind of move the tail back. You can move the tail up like that. Now the legs are static. The legs do not move. There's no articulation at the legs. So a little bit of articulation there for Sandspear. I want to say Sandstorm, but I know that's not right. And then also on the sword, because of this will make the tail in Scorpion mode, there are two ball joints at the end here, and there's also a ball joint there, so you do get some articulation for the sword if you want to have that, but mostly that will make up the Scorponok's tail. Now for Scorponok himself, his head is on a swivel, so you can do his head a full 360. And mostly it's just all ball jointed shoulders, so you can go around like that. And ball jointed elbows, so you can have a elbow swivel there, and you have 90-degree at the arm. There's nothing at the waist. Again, that's all one molded piece. Again, ball jointed hips. So you do get a little bit of articulation on the hips there, not a lot. He can kind of kick. He can kick that forward that much, and he can kick back. Not really a lot. A lot of the stuff gets hindered, and he does have about a 90-degree. Again, this kind of kibble gets in the way here. He does have a 90-degree at the knee and nothing at the feet. Everything is just kind of molded, one molded piece. So, not a whole lot of articulation, but again, for a figure this size, and considering what this figure actually is, it's totally fine. So, anyways, let's get these guys transformed into their alt modes. All right, before we get into the transformation process here, I'll just show you how Sandspear transforms into his weapon mode. So very, very simple. Again, you want to just take this gun and flip it out, and so it replaces the gun with the blade there. You want to straighten this part out. You want to take his front claws and just fold them back like so. And then if you go underneath, there's a 5mm port that comes out, and then that is your weapon mode. So when he is in robot mode, you can just plug that in like that, and he has a sword for a weapon. So very cool, very scorpion-like sword, so not bad. I do like the other sword better, but you can always arm him up with both swords, and that is a pretty cool look right there. So he's got both swords going on there. So that is how he looks in his spear mode, I guess, Sandspear, hence the name. So taking that out, taking this guy off, and taking the sword off. Now let's get into transformation for Scorponok here. So very, very simple transformation. First thing you want to do is just basically turn the head around like that, and then this part will just cover that up. You want to fold these pieces down on the shoulder, and then you want to just take the arms and fold them out, fold them forward like that, and that will create the pinchers for Scorpion mode. I kind of like to turn them over like this a little bit because there's the ball joint right there. So, but you can do it however you want. So anyways, that is pretty much the front. And then on the back here, you want to take his legs and you want to fold them down. They're just on hinges right there. And then there is a piece here that will tap together right in the middle, and it'll form a little hole right there. And that just folds over. And there are two tabs, right? It's not these big tabs, but it's these tiny little tabs on either side that are going to tab into slots right here. So basically what you want to do is just trying to keep that tab together. It sometimes comes apart, which is fine. You can always readjust that after. And then just folding that down. Folding that down. And then tucking those into the tabs. And it did stay tabbed together right like that. So very, very easy. And then you want to take his tail. And then if you notice on his tail here, there are two little clips, two little pegs on either side, and that will just plug in like so. Plug into that little port there, and then you want to just take this part and turn it around, and then angle this piece down like that. And this is also on the ball joint like I showed you in the weapon mode, and then just kind of angle it however you like. Just kind of take it like that. And there we have Scorponok in his pretty cool looking Scorponok mode. I mean, there's Scorponok in his pretty cool looking Scorpion mode. So many Scorpion and Scorponoks here. So anyways, that is how he looks. Very cool. Let's take a look at the detail. I mean, tons of detail on this guy. That head right there is just, you get some really nice kind of brushwork, airbrush work for that green, and all sorts of crazy texture going on. Some very cool, almost like, I'm not sure how to describe that. It's very like sort of Aztec, very ancient looking detail. You get some red paint for the eyes for the Scorpion. You did see the claws sort of in robot mode. I think where this figure shines is this texture on the back. Just getting his tail out of the way. This texture on the back and the way they painted it green is really cool. We saw that in the robot mode legs, but also the Scorpion legs are very nice. You get some really nice sculpted detail. And I think the green they used on this is really, really nice. So anyways, just going around there. That's how he looks on the back. That's how he looks on the bottom. And of course you have the tail here, which is cool. It's articulated, so you can kind of move it up and down. And yeah, so that is Scorponok in his Scorpion mode. I can get it right there. And then just changing, changing this guy back, super easy, folding that back. And replacing the sword with the little gun here. And just so you have a big Scorpion and a little Scorpion, just for comparison there. So yeah, there is Scorponok and Sandspear in their alt modes. So yeah, let's pause. I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so some final thoughts for this Rise of the Beast Scorponok and Sandspear set here. Very, very cool. Again, I don't really collect Beast Transformers, Beast Wars, whatever you want to call it. But I really do like this set here. It's fun. And I think where this figure shines is the textures. I've never seen so much texture plastic on a figure until now. I mean, we've seen it in Beast Wars a little bit, but I think this figure kind of takes it to the next level. So some very interesting sculpt work and texture, some nice paint. I think the head sculpt is really awesome, and I love how that sort of has some battle damage on his eye there. And yeah, it's a fun set. Do I recommend it? Sure. Am I going to collect every single one of these in the line? Probably not. But for some reason, yeah, this one spoke to me. So anyways, this has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching. This is the video review for Transformers Rise of the Beast, Scorponok, and Sandspear. This is the, as they call it in Japanese, the change set. I'm not quite sure, Beast Combiners maybe in English. But anyways, a pretty cool set. Yeah, again, I'm not going to be seeking out the rest of these. This is sort of a impulse purchase for me, but yeah, I'm happy with it. Again, I think the detail is amazing, and they did a pretty good job. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.